Hey there! Oh, hot. I can't. I've got to save my tires. The intro. I've got to make it. So we're not going to go high energy. We're going to slow down a little bit. Billy Joel once said, "Slow down, you're doing fine." And that's what the field did yesterday at Bristol. Very old school style race where we had an exponential amount of tire wear. Too much. That's an argument could be made. But I thought it into a very, very interesting race, something we have not seen for a while, and gave these drivers a challenge that left it more in their hands, I'd say, and created a lot more passing. I heard a lot of talk about, you didn't hear about aero tight, you didn't hear about dirty air, you didn't hear about trouble passing yesterday, because it was all about guys maybe trying to save their stuff or run hard, and some guys benefited from that and some guys didn't, depending on their strategy. I'm here with Ryan and Sal. Tegan will join us momentarily. Ryan, I'll go to you first. How about your thoughts on the race?
Finally, a race where we got to see drivers' talents. Tire wear maybe tiny bit too much, maybe switch it up a tiny bit, but I mean, I thought the race, just to see that you got to see these drivers show off their talent and how they save their stuff. The tires actually mattered, and it wasn't just them being aero tight or their car was just way too tight. These tires were shredding and shredding fast, so it was really interesting to see how the race was going to finish out. And ironically, probably the three most veteran guys finished up front.
Yeah.
Hamlin, Truex, and Keselowski.
Yep. Two champions, one arguably should be, I mean, considering his career.
Well, we
but
could say
still,
three-time Daytona 500
definitely.
champion.
Alex Bowman with a great run. Some of our fans here will be happy about that. We've got a lot of Bowman fans in our group here. It's definitely an interesting dynamic. I didn't know there were that many out there. But hey, good run for him, being the highest running Hendrick car after a lot of chatter about his qualifying run the day before, starting considerably behind his Hendrick teammates, but he made up for it for sure. Sally's doing some sign language on the bottom of the screen right there. I think he wants food.
No, I was saying thank you. She brought me food.
Oh, okay. So it's of that vein, I guess. Sally, tell me your thoughts on the race. I think we definitely agree on it, but I want to hear what you think in full detail.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way for spring Bristol to make a comeback.
Yeah. Right.
I definitely, after seeing more, by the way, Dell Jr. was one of the most awesome people to be looking at tweets from live during the race. But after seeing what other people like Jeff Gluck, Bob, were all saying about Goodyear bringing back the same tire, I wholeheartedly think it had to do with the resin. I don't think it really worked out the way NASCAR or the teams had planned for. But touching into a little bit of what Ryan said, it definitely put it a lot more into the driver's hands. And that's only what we've been asking for who knows how many years. So,
yeah. Here comes Mr. Wessel slamming, dunking on you. I think the resin had an effect to it. I also think that colder temperatures might have as well.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney is convinced that it was not the same tire. So that's another opinion.
One thing I would say is, yes, we want tire wear and everything, but that was a little excessive.
Extreme. Yeah.
I think Brad Keselowski kind of hit it right on, saying we were asking for it. We were probably at a 1 or a 2 as far as tire wear, and then you give us this race and we're all of a sudden at a 9. So I mean, I'm sure there's something that that Goodyear can look into to kind of still give us that and not completely take it away. Yeah. And if the only way they can fix it is completely taken away, I say just keep the same tire. Take it everywhere.
It's a great point by Wessel. I kind of agree. I think the resin did play an effect into it, though. I would argue it's a combination of things. But it will be warmer for that Bristol race in August, September, whenever they do it in the playoffs. So I think they should bring back the same tire, honestly. And keep the resin. I hope, because what Goodyear would probably end up doing is bringing back a ridiculously hard tire, and we see tires not mattering again here. And as much, one of the things on the bottom of the screen, the ticker, if you read it, is the horsepower debate is still pretty hot in the streets right now. But I don't think many people were talking about it after that race, because
No.
I can argue if you want to lower horsepower, tire wear can be a substitute for horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
If you create more off throttle time because of tire wear and whatnot, then you kind of reach a similar product to what you would with higher horsepower on these short tracks, at least. So to me, I think you need to see a race like this at Martinsville. I don't think we will, because Chase Elliott had a really, really good interview Saturday, I think. Denny Hamlin kind of credited it with his tweet earlier today, and he said Goodyear's in a tough spot, which I agree with, and that they don't want to have failures. They got to sell tires, and if they fail, that doesn't look as good for them. So I do think that we need to. It can't be that extreme, but in my opinion, I don't know, because I feel like last year when we came here in the fall, I don't remember it specifically, because we do this every week, so all of it kind of meshes in your brain. But I don't remember tire wear being really even close to an issue.
It wasn't, I don't think. Yeah.
Especially with this car. So is Ryan Blaney's theory that Goodyear had a different tire right? I don't know. It would be odd to me that 10-degree lower temperature air-wise during the day compared to night would make that much of a difference. But, I'm not a meteorologist or a, studier of concrete and its heat. So I could be wrong on that. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. So maybe Blaney's got something. He's got something there. But whatever they did, they needed to do more often, because that was awesome. I don't think we need to mess with mile and a half. Mile and a half are fine. They're as good as they've ever been. That's great. Fun. Whatever. That's good. If we go to Martinsville and we see a race like we've seen at the next gen car, or in the next gen car at Martinsville, then I think everybody's going to be highly disappointed, and this horsepower talk is just going to be
right back
louder and louder again. Exactly. And I'm not saying that we should keep it where it is. I am not saying that whatsoever, because I am a supporter of let these guys run 1,000 horsepower. I want to see the throttle be like, you slam that thing down and then you're in trouble. And that's kind of where we're at right now. A lot of drivers liked it. Josh Berry, he ran around on flat tires most of the race, and he said he was having more fun than he ever did in the Cup car.
He finished
with
Denny
Hamlin.
He said he finished with like 3 flat tires.
Yeah, with 3 flats. I think Denny liked it. I think most of the guys in the front, I heard positive comments about it, except from maybe Blaney and Kyle Larson.
Larson really complained about it.
Oh, boo-hoo. He can't. That guy is such a bitch. All right?
Let me find it real quick. I want to find his quote real quick.
He said, I don't want to run a race like this ever again.
Yeah,
he didn't want to run a race that takes discipline. If the best driver in the world can't handle tire wear, then is he really the best driver in the world?
I was just about to say, you put the best driver in the world in a race where the driver matters the most, and he's complaining.
And he hates it.
Yeah, saying
because I'm no dirt racing expert, but I don't think tire wear usually matters in dirt races. You never really change tires, right?
No, I don't think you do.
So, I'm sorry.
They can genuinely get by if they have a flat, just changing out that one tire.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, I don't care.
And
Larson doesn't know how to change his oil in his own personal vehicles. He can go kick rocks. I agree, man. I'm glad that more people are starting to see things the way I see it about him. All right?
Another thing too is I think that he was talking about wanting to red flag it to get PJ1 down.
Shut up.
Like he needs to realize that you need to be good at saving tire. This is
He is. So go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry. It's so easy for me to go on tangents about this guy.
The thing about this, strategy came into play, and they didn't have the right strategy with how the tires were wearing. But I'm almost certain that 2 of his teammates did.
Well, he did actually finish well. Like he did a good job.
He finished 5th, but I mean, he complained and cried about it. And I mean, dude, you finished 5th and you still cry about it. Dude, the race was great. Like I got to see a fun race where.
Sounds like a community haterade, by the way. I'm just saying.
But the race was really fun to watch. I got to see these drivers slip and slide. I mean, it was just a fun race.
Bradley says it was a good race, but the tires need to last longer than 40 laps on a short track. I agree, but another thing I think is that if you give the teams this baseline, where's Ryan going?
We good. Life of having a dog. Life of having a dog.
I agree, but I think if you let the teams know, like, if they see this race, I think they'll find a way to maybe make it better in the setup in the shop for next time. Because by the end of the race, you saw guys like Denny and Truex and Keselowski and Bowman and Chase. They were making it over 60 laps. So, yeah. Oops, that's wrong. Yeah. When you get 100 laps on gas but only run 40, that's dumb. You can run way more than 100 laps on gas at Bristol.
I think I heard
150.
Shoot,
yeah, Tegan 150. I heard 190 or something like that.
I think it was Bob afterwards, like people asking him questions post race, and he was pretty. Like I agreed with him. He was saying that if you run this track again next week, same tire, don't change anything, these teams will be able to adjust to where these tires are going to last longer.
And
exactly. And Bradley's saying they're running 2 seconds off, but that's fine. I don't care if they're running 2 seconds off. You saw passing. You saw people run hard and try to pass through the field.
Ty Gibbs was really aggressive.
In a previous race at Bristol, you would have never seen Ty Gibbs do what he did, and he paid for it. I thought it was really fun. There was passing all the time. There was constant action. I mean, we have not seen that we haven't seen that at a next gen short track race at all. So, and the best race compared to in the next gen short track I'd argue has been Richmond. And you know what happens at Richmond every year?
Tire wear?
Yes. So that seems like it's the direction we need to go. And I understand Goodyear is in a rough spot with that. And I understand it's not easy to please everybody. Because I say 90% of NASCAR fans are pleased. Do we wish the tires lasted a little longer? Maybe. Maybe they get 90 laps. But I argue the teams, I don't think they don't last. I mean, you got people pitting pretty frequently at Richmond, I think. I mean,
yeah, they do like 3. They have strategies whether they do a 2-stop or a 3-stop because of how their car is running and how how the tires are wearing for that team.
And Bradley said they aren't courting. That's a fair point. As I said, though, I really think that if you give the teams, if they race at Bristol next week, we wouldn't see that much of an issue. Because by the end of the race, it was. I'm not sure why we're complaining about this race. Anybody? I don't know how people weren't entertained.
It seemed like a lot of people were entertained.
Do I think it was extreme? Yes. Do I think they need to make a change? Maybe. I think the teams will adapt. But to me, I don't know what you would rather want. Would you rather had an aero-tight Bristol race?
No.
Where nobody can pass? Hi, Tegan. Your thoughts?
Hello. About what?
Hi.
The race.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I don't know if there's like a delay or something. I don't know.
Your thoughts on the race? Go.
Okay. It was a good race. The tire wear was a little too excessive for my liking, though. So
okay, that's fair.
It's a fair point.
Way too much. You take 2005 Bristol spring race. Perfect race. They were doing about 90 to 100 laps on tires before they actually started like happened to pit for flats. That's double what we did Sunday. Go back to that kind of tire. Goodyear can do it. I don't think Goodyear did this on purpose. I think they're going to go back to the shop and find something, the factory, whatever the hell they go to, and find something in their mixture.
Yeah.
They're going to do research. Something did not go right. And it could be the difference of 10, 20 degrees on track temp, because even though it's only 20-degree difference in air temperature between fall and spring, where we're kind of in teetering between spring and winter-like weather, that's 30, 40, 50 degrees difference on the track temp. And that is a big difference when you're talking about concrete. Pavement's different. Concrete is a whole new ballgame. It is so sensitive to weather. And I don't think Goodyear, I don't think you'll see this tire back next year for sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't change it for the fall race. Because I don't think they're going to take the chance of having that twice. I don't think NASCAR wants to be put back in the position to have to give them another set. 20 years ago, when we had unlimited sets for tires, that shit was fine. Now we don't. We have a limited set, so NASCAR only brings so many. The set they gave out was literally a year old. It wasn't good rubber. It was aged rubber, and nobody wants that shit on their damn car. Joey Logano went to the fucking back because of it, and plus his car was shit. But it was compounded by the fucking year-old rubber. So unless NASCAR decides to keep up with this, they better go back to unlimited tires so these teams can pit. Because I'm telling you what, caution comes out 20 laps, I'm pitting. Because I'm not going to be stuck out there while everybody else pits and go 40 more laps than I can, and I'm stuck going 2-3 laps down, and then the caution comes out.
I agree, maybe 2 more sets of tires than we had, but I don't think unlimited is a positive thing for me. I think limiting the tire sets is a good thing, because then it creates maybe some variation. You know, it'll make crew chiefs think. It'll make drivers have to help make decisions.
Well, I mean, if you do this, you might as well have 50-lap stages. If you want this kind of racing.
But did they? I mean, they were fine on. Nobody ran out of tires by the end of the race.
Last run, only because they fucking putted around that fucking racetrack there at the end, is the only reason why they made it. All it would have took was a big blowout and somebody smacking the wall. And there were a few times NASCAR didn't call the caution. When any other fucking time, they would have been fucking trigger happy.
Which
they wanted to get through this shit so that they didn't waste another set of tires. Yeah. NASCAR manipulates their own fucking rule book, their own finishes. They were literally running 20 laps under fucking yellow to blow off the fucking track. It's a fucking mile and a half. It does not take that damn long to blow the damn thing off. I can get out there with a fucking leaf blower and be quicker than they fucking were.
So, KLW asked, what about the lower profile of the tires?
I think the wider tires sucks.
I don't think it's played a factor into tire wear until this race. We haven't seen. Richmond has had tire wear. I think. No, I don't know what happened. You know, Bradley, stop complaining. Your guy finished 4th. Be happy. All right.
Okay. No, this is Bradley's got a point. I wasn't bitching about it a couple weeks ago at Daytona. The fans and the drivers were bitching about it because they were told to save gas and they couldn't race. How can you race at Bristol if you're being told to save tires and you run 2 seconds slower and everybody's fucking doing it? You're not racing. You're thinking you're seeing a good race when all you're seeing is side-by-side driving, not racing. It's side-by-side freeway, rush hour traffic, because everybody's is content. Oh, if you're right, I'll ride too, buddy. Yeah, we'll be 2 seconds slower and we'll just see who can last the longest. That's not racing either. It made for a good show because we all like entertainment. I don't care how good the racing is or how shit it is. You like good shit or to see a good, what do I think of? Everybody likes to see a train wreck. Everybody literally fucking rubbernecks on the highway to look at a fucking wreck. It's exactly what it was on Goodyear's part. I don't think they did it on purpose.
That is not dangerous.
I don't. At Bristol, no. But what if we took this tire somewhere else and had the same problem?
Then that's a different thing. But I don't think that.
Yeah,
it's no different. If it makes good racing, though, it's fine as long as we got a few wrecks, right?
The problem is the short tracks.
This is not a fix. If we're going to do this at every fucking short track, then it's going to become a fucking joke.
I agree. It was too extreme. too extreme. But would you rather see a race like we saw last fall or last September at Bristol, where nobody passes much, tires don't matter?
If I'm not mistaken, have we not had tire problems on the concrete the last 2 fall races, the last 2 years in this new car anyway?
We've had blowouts, single blowouts, but there wasn't like tire wear. There wasn't the comers and goers we saw, because you look at the top 10, you probably can look at lap 100, lap 200, lap 300, lap 400, and lap 500, and the top 10 is scrambled all throughout that. And that's what happens when you have tire wear. You have guys that figure it out later in the race, guys that might not be as good with their tires, like Ty Gibbs. I don't think anybody can argue had the car maybe to pass.
Are we going to lock this, though, if fucking Joe Gibbs Racing is the only one that can fucking do it every time this happens? Or does it become a different topic?
I don't think it has to do with
the top 5 didn't change, in my opinion, throughout the whole fucking race. Except for when they got penalized for removing equipment or speeding or some shit. They still made their way up there.
I don't know how we can make NASCAR fans happy.
I love the tire wear. We don't need to be courting them. The tire wear is fine. When you fall off, if you fall off naturally 2 or 3 seconds over a run, but can still race with it, that's fine. Because you can still save tire when you're doing that. You can't be out there saving tire just because you're afraid it's going to fucking cord in 30 laps. Bristol is a fucking fuel run is over 150 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that is not even nowhere near. We shouldn't even, like, if this race they went green, we shouldn't even went through half the fucking tires. I'm all for going through the fucking tires, especially if they're wearing. But we can't be like, oh shit, we're going to run out. Goodyear, please mount us up some rubber from last year. We can't have that every fucking Bristol race just because it makes a good fucking shit show.
I agree. I'm not saying I don't agree, but I don't know how we can be like, I don't have anything to complain about. I understand that maybe this is like, we have a baseline.
But I enjoy a shit show every once in a while. Do I want to see it every short track? No. Because we become a laughing stock. NASCAR becomes a joke more than what it already is.
The thing though is, I think you should bring this tire back in the fall with the resin. Just to see, maybe do a tire test.
I want to get rid of resin, period.
That's not a good idea.
Because to me, artificial racing.
I understand.
Touch this fucking track to begin
but
with.
Do you want guys to just ride the top again like we had for a while there? I'd argue Bristol's been much better since they brought resin back in there for the bottom lane or PJ1 or whatever. I understand. I don't like it in many other places. But since they kind of did hurt Bristol with that, it becoming a top lane racetrack, I think that what?
Like half the time your audio cuts out when you start talking. It takes a while for it's been like that way for weeks now, and it's bad to not.
I didn't want to say
that bad,
anything, but it has been.
You might need to switch your mic maybe to your laptop.
No, my mic goes through my laptop, I think.
Oh, it's really like when you start talking, it's delayed. Like it takes a while for something to pick it up.
Yep.
So it might be your laptop then.
Whoa.
No. Is it good?
No, it's laggy now.
Is it better?
No, there we go.
It's good?
Yeah.
It took a minute. Yes. It took it to adjust.
So I have it now through my laptop. So Riley says then it'll be perfect. Yeah, I hope so.
Make these tires wear enough after 50 laps. You still want new tires, but it's not because they're fucking cording. That puts on a good show because then you have tire saving versus do I want to be up in the front and we get a long run and I come out on top. It evens up. You can't have good racing if everybody's on the same fucking plan of riding around 2 seconds, 3 seconds off the pace just because they're cording so bad. Because everybody's in the same boat. It's really not racing if everybody has to do it because they have no choice. These drivers had no choice but to do this or they were going to be out in 30 laps. So, or less. Because to me, some teams saved and still couldn't fucking save their shit. So, I know setup has a lot to do with it, and these teams are really aggressive with it. But I still don't think setup matters that much with the way the tire was doing. I just don't think it was laying down rubber. If you don't lay down rubber on concrete, you're fucked. If they take the same tire to Dover and have the same issue, it's going to be the same damn thing. I don't see it going to Dover, especially now.
Yeah. So Ryan, Tegan, Sal, I want your opinion on this. Should they bring this tire back in the fall with the increased track temperatures that we'll see for that race?
I want to see a test, but I want to see it in the summer.
Give me I agree with Teague. Give me a test first, just to make sure, and also just give me a test to see if this tire's okay. If not, then go back to the lab. If it's okay, then keep the tire.
I think you bring it back up.
I say keep it. Yeah. Or I say just keep this one.
If it lays down rubber in the summer, which I think it will, it's fine.
Yeah.
But we cannot run this again next year.
And
Not in
if
the
it's,
spring.
It's low temperature.
only reason I say keep it is because, I mean, these teams are now back at the shop. They're like, okay, Bristol isn't in the playoffs this year, right?
No.
No?
I don't think so. Is it?
Is it?
My laptop, so I believe so. Yeah, I think it still
I think
is.
in the fall it'll be fine because
Yeah.
it's gonna be hot.
I say
It's gonna
still
lay down
I
rubber.
say bring it back because teams are going back to the shop. They're like, okay, this race, it's in the playoffs. It's close to the cutoff, whatever the case may be for it. They're going to adjust. And maybe they'll adjust to that perfect
Immigration.
No, that's me. That's me.
to that perfect ratio
That's good old Troy, New York, right
Bradley was
there.
talking about.
Hey, whoa, jeez, dude. Thanks
Where
for
you can go like
doxing my
Ohio.
hometown.
or whatever.
Whoops.
I'm gonna release your address, dude, on the WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks. Oh shit, I'm fucked.
Yeah, they'll know where you are. But yeah, no, I think it was a positive direction to extreme, yes, but we will see what happens. My mic's all good now, right? We all good?
You know what this ended though?
It's caught up.
You know what this really truly ended? No more Bristol dirt. At least that.
Well, there was one driver out there missing it, and it's not what everybody thinks either. It was Todd fucking
Chase
Gilliland.
Chase Briscoe missed it too.
Yeah, well, so did Todd. Well, if I was Chase Briscoe, I would too. But
Yeah,
even
that
Kyle
was
Larson
like
didn't
only
like
chance.
dirt on Bristol. He said it did
Yeah.
not belong. So
Kyle
say what you
Larson
want about
doesn't
Kyle
like
Larson,
anything
but
handicaps him.
I don't
He
think
just
he
wants to
handicapped him
complain.
though.
He wants to complain about anything.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing that makes him happy.
Nope.
Well, I mean, he said that
Maybe
Ross
what Chase
Chest-
needs to do within his own fucking cockpit.
What do you mean?
He needs to bitch more. Maybe he needs to take a page out of Kyle Larson's fucking book. Him and Allen.
Yeah, I don't know. He finished 8th. It was his first top 10 of the year. I'm happy. Like, let me be. All right. I'm not going to complain this week.
They had a putt around the racetrack.
Hey,
good when
I
the
don't
last
care.
one
He
was
finished 8th. All right. We're going into a road course. I'm happy. Please do something next week, Chase. Please.
AJ Allmendinger has a winning coda if he races.
Well, I think he probably is.
Yeah, I bet he is, but he's not going to win, dude.
There's something I don't think Ryan has picked up on, and I'd really appreciate it if everyone just doesn't say it.
Colleagues washed.
What?
Oh, there's somebody behind him.
For Coda.
There's nobody.
Who's peeking around the corner?
There's
You see that guy back there? You see that guy back there? Holy moly! Where is
That's
he
not
from?
that's not someone peeking behind.
What's Sal doing? Eating?
They're like my
What is
first
Ryan?
year of the baby.
I'm not picking up on whatever we're talking about either here. So, yeah, I must have missed something. What's Ryan? No, Ryan actually thinks somebody's
did
there.
too.
You idiot.
Oh, okay.
Hit that thumbs up, drivers. Oh, is this what we're talking about? Oh yeah, I mean, I knew SVG was racing.
Well, we know AJ
I don't
ain't getting the
think
good
Ryan
shit.
did.
All that
Yeah.
calling money went into that 16 car. So the other two are going to like blow up with a lap 2.
Yeah,
Who
They're going
has
to pull a Jimmy and they're going to be out pretty damn quick, going home early.
Colleague's the 13. That's just the third car if that's what they're
Oh,
running.
so he's
for
getting the
Allmendinger
shitty.
this week.
So yeah, they're gonna give SVG all the good shit then.
I think they'll probably give Daniel Hemrick the dog shit.
Because he's been running like dog shit. They might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, are we surprised?
No, he raced like
Dude,
dog shit at RCR.
I'm sorry to say this, but I think Colleague's in a bad way.
They're cooked.
Their
I
affinity
think
program
colleagues
is bad.
desperate for money, and they just take anybody that offers them a couple of dollar bills.
Trackhouse
sucks.
buyout next year. You wait.
It sucks.
I
But
think
it is
we-
true.
I think we have some sort of Trackhouse buyout merger, something to that
I think
effect.
RCR gets one of the Chargers if they really want
Yeah.
to keep Dillon and bring up Hill.
That's a good call. Maybe
They have two, right?
They have two, so maybe RCR gets one. Trackhouse gets the other. That's not a bad thing. Because you assume that they'll probably use that for SVG. Because Zane Smith has not been doing much impressing here in the Cup Series so far.
He had a promising one, and I hate to say it because I know they're super speedways, but he had promising runs going for Daytona and Atlanta. Then we got to real tracks, and I don't know who let Buddy cook, but
to be fair, though, this is a car that you get no practice in. It's no truck.
Yeah,
he's been in this car before,
and it takes a year. What,
he's been
1 or 2 races?
He raced as many races as Hocevar.
And Hocevar ain't doing shit either.
Well,
he was running better in the 7 car last year than he is this year, all year.
Well, I'd argue that he's made the 77 a lot closer to the 7 than it has been.
Well, we're talking about fucking Ty Dillon. That's not a fair assessment. I mean, Ty Dillon is
Josh Balicki.
Ty Dillon.
BJ, Mike Rockenfeller.
Who drove the Starcom car? Who
Quinn Houff.
Yes, Quinn.
Zane Smith had a bad case of ARCA brakes yesterday. I'm not sure what he was doing.
I think there was another wreck that he dodged and then basically ran right into dipshit. So I think there were 2 wrecks on the same lap. He missed one and got into the second one.
Yeah, putting Josh Williams in their car is very indicative of where they're at.
Yeah.
I gotta feel bad for that guy. He's had maybe some of the worst luck you've seen for a guy so far.
Shit, dude.
Whoa, hey.
Like
I kind of lost everything for that guy when he got out of the car at Atlanta.
I didn't care for him when he before he did that. It made me actually dislike him whenever people were like, "Oh yeah, that's my short track driver."
Yeah, or that's funny. God, that got talent getting a chance.
Because a guy runs in the 30s every week, oh, we need to get him a better ride. Dale Jr., where you at? You see this?
That's always the thing. Dale Jr.
Dude literally shit on the Atlanta on the Cup drivers after he got put out early, and I'm like, dude, you ran 2 races in the Cup Series, and you're shitting on them already. You need get your ass back in your little park and start and shut up.
Bubba Pollard's gonna outrun him.
Yeah, he is. Bubba Pollard is an absolute dog. I mean, that guy is the king of like the late model stock division down there, and I think he's going to do a heck of a job at Richmond in that JRM car. Who else is in it? Connor Zilich will be in it too at some point.
I can't wait for that one.
Oh, you like him?
I like him, and I think Solich
or William Swallow
that are coming up. Yeah.
I
think that's 2 that's coming up.
I think Jesse Love's going to be a dog.
He may be one that actually is a letdown.
There's one I'm really excited for this weekend.
Who?
Man, what the hell is his name?
It's you must not be that excited.
Trans Am Connor Zilich.
When you said that,
yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, okay. I was trying to find his name.
The guy won the 24 hours and then Sebring too, right? This past weekend.
Yeah. He's a Trackhouse driver, so.
I think either represented him for a little bit or he may still. I'm not sure. So
yeah, I think Trackhouse is kind of the wave of the future for young drivers.
Definitely.
And that's why I think they might end up buying Kaulig so they can have an Xfinity Series pipeline, and maybe they expand into the trucks. I mean, they already have a relationship with Nice that's pretty strong. Maybe not there, but I would not be surprised if they buy Kaulig at some point. We had the truck race at Bristol, which I thought was actually kind of fun. The trucks have put on pretty good races the last 2. Eckes was kind of a dog, I got to admit,
I was rooting for him to wreck his ass after he passed him for the lead by bumping him up the racetrack. I'm like, now why's Kyle Busch got to come down here and do that?
Yeah, I think Kyle Busch was going to try to bump him again if he got to him that last lap.
It's Kyle Busch.
100%. Eckes had a really good
Busch would have got his shit rocked.
Matt Crafton slammed his way up to 3rd. That guy literally moved everybody out of the way. Oh, we had Nick Sanchez and Stuart Friesen fight after Stuart Friesen caused a wreck.
And blamed it on him.
Yes.
the dude had to run on the outside and he pushes up in the wall, and then he goes to his truck after the race and then throws the first punch. I mean,
and his face.
Stuart Freese is another overrated dude.
His face was so goofy. It was like a cartoon character getting angry. He's like,
it's like he was forcing himself to take a shit.
Yeah, he was very constipated. It appeared. So yeah, I mean, it was actually good. You know, Trucks had a good race at Vegas a couple weeks ago, and then another good one at Bristol. So shout out to the Trucks.
Trucks have been putting on some good shows lately.
We love Sal and I love
put on good shows years ago. It's just been a bad stretch.
We had a really bad stretch towards the end of last year where it was getting more goofy.
I'm telling you, you can't say nothing about Daytona because to me, I've been watching Trucks for years. They have always been a wreck fest at truck in the Truck Series. They've always wrecked within the first 10 laps. These trucks do not handle good in fucking draft. So to me, that's no different. I think they need to run Talladega and Daytona more often. Fuck it.
I don't know if that'll be a good thing. Friesen is a clown. I agree. I agree with that. Anything else you want to cover for Bristol?
The walls look nice.
I liked the white and red. Yeah, the old food.
Till 24 took the damn banner off, but they should have painted them.
What are they doing? Yeah, why are the wall? I feel like stuff's falling off the walls all the time now. I had never seen.
It's lead paint. It dries up, turns into a banner.
Yeah, who knows? I think the walls look nice though. It was a nice little throwback weekend. You know, you had the Food City 500 logo, the old one.
The tickets are only like $50. They threw it back to the ticket prices too, and I thought about going, but
you had Dr. Punch in Victory Lane talking to Denny Hamlin. He was like that track interviewer, so that was nice to see. I miss Dr. Jerry Punch. Not in the
he also did the Bristol commercials for the last.
He was
too. What I thought,
which is cool because he, you know, was always involved in those ESPN broadcasts. I think he was the one that interviewed Earnhardt when he said he rattled his cage. So it's a cool little callback, and he definitely got an old school style race. So definitely fun. Too extreme, yes, I agree, but on the right track. I think we need to see more tire wear races at short tracks, because then if NASCAR is so unwilling to do anything with the horsepower, then the tire wear will help with that, and it'll put on a better product. You know,
or Goodyear needs to take the guy that pissed in it and tell him only piss half.
So. Yeah, right. Have a less. Your stream needs to be not as steady next time.
Lay off the asparagus. Eat more fruit.
All right, so I think we can do picks right now, right? Do picks. I haven't done any of it yet.
Yeah. Did I win?
You had Brad, right?
Yes. Anybody pick Truex or Hamlin?
Yeah, you won.
Oh,
goody. I get to do a throwaway at Coda.
Let's see here.
Brad was technically my throwaway, so that's really good.
We got the results here. I know you won.
You know, did Wessel get points off of fucking?
Oh, I gotta put JB's problem. I never did that.
Who did he pick?
He picked.
Go over there. Go.
Kyle Busch. So that was a bad pick.
He gets picked bad first, don't he?
He might. I have to look. I didn't do any of this earlier.
I can look. I got you.
I got it.
No, he does not.
Okay, so Tegan wins with 3 points. Second is Sal with Chris Buescher. And Maddie beats me by 1 spot there to get that 1 point.
Maddie on a fucking roll to start the year.
Yeah, that dude's fucking cooking right now. He's unstoppable currently.
If it weren't for Ty Gibbs running this shit up, he probably would have gotten the win.
Yeah, because he was.
I was really concerned about that during the race.
Has Bradley the only one not scored points yet?
Bradley has not scored a point.
That's fitting. That's fitting.
What a rough start.
What a downturn for Bradley. He's washed. He needs to quit. Blanken's all his rest of his shit out.
3 weeks he was picking the person that like finished close to last or something.
Yeah, he had a little curse going on there. But Noah Gragson and Kev Ryan is the pick right now. Ryan, Kev Ryan's kind of left it to you.
But he has a
If you don't want to
suggestion,
make the
right?
pick, he suggests Justin Haley.
No Justin
I
Haley.
would not have raised
Fuck.
Justin Haley on her road
Fuck
course.
Justin Haley. Maybe at Chicago at the street race. No. Fuck it. We're going with the man down under.
Oh, SVG.
Yes.
Ain't that the whole reason why Wessel picked what he picked so he could pick first and that son
Yeah.
finished top 20?
Yeah.
Wessel's like, you
Let's see.
fucking bitch.
Yeah, Bradley is next, and he's going to pick Alex Bowman.
Bowman's
Ooh,
not been bad
Right
at
off the
Coda, though.
board.
He's
Early.
been pretty impressive at Coda.
Yeah, he's
That's
been
one
pretty
of
good.
his better tracks. Next up would be JB. Got beat by the 15 car, who ended up being Kaz Gralla. Let's see if JB sent me his pick yet.
Oh, my Lord.
He has not. So Wessel will go next. He's got Tyler Reddick. Not a bad pick from him. And I'm going to be. What's that?
Is there an entry list? I don't think there is on Mondays.
I don't know if there is yet. No. But if you ask
Actually,
me
there
a
is.
name, I can. Oh, okay. I'm just going to be hopeful and, Chase Elliott.
I like that. I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too, man. I hope I'm right. Maddie, I don't have a pick from him.
Maddie's taking Timmy Hill.
Timmy Hill
He's
is
in the
racing.
66
We should
car.
start bringing that back where if they don't have their picks to you, we pick like BJ McLeod or something like that.
That
Well,
would
hell,
be
that just
cool.
means they pick first next week. I ain't doing that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Sally, who do you want?
Screw it. Give me AJ Allmendinger.
AJ Allmendinger off the board. Tegan, who do you got?
Man, there's one on here. Nobody. I can't believe nobody's took him.
Okay, then take him.
God, I think it's a waste. It's his
Okay.
first road course of the year, right? The road course he won on though is no longer on the schedule, so he's got to find somewhere else.
Oh, I know who you're talking about then.
I wanted to. I thought about throwing away and taking that Kobayashi guy.
Oh, Kobayashi.
Oh, you want to take?
I think I will. I think I will. Yes, I think I will.
Okay.
Imagine
Oh,
if
this some bitch
Kobayashi
wins.
wins. If he wins, I'm gonna be fucking
Does
pissed.
this somebody even speak English?
Yeah, he speaks English.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
good. Because that'd be an awkward interview.
He definitely speaks English. So your pick is Kobayashi, not the hot dog guy. Kamui Kobayashi, great road racer. Has done it in a lot of disciplines. So yeah, I think that'll cover picks. We'll get Maddie and JB's at some point, hopefully before the end of the show, so I can let everybody know who they're picking.
I think one of them takes the one I threw out there a while ago.
McDowell,
Yeah.
not a bad one. All right, we had a league race at Watkins Glen.
Holy
was-
shit.
Boo!
Holy
Okay.
not.
I'm
Holy
not
not.
gonna-
The restarts were a shit show. Good Lord.
It's just so hard to start on the outside.
That's what
I
fucked me.
absolutely blew it on the outside
There
when I
was a
started
lot
up
of people
there.
that had it out. It wasn't even turn one. It was the issue. It was when we got through turn one and got on the straightaways where everybody's issue it was. So
Yeah.
I thought I had a good restart on the outside, and I tried to get it down to the inside, and my killer threw it in just enough to where he forced me to go back up.
Hey, we're gonna go a round of applause. Sally,
Top 10?
10 in the stage and the race.
Wayo.
Talk to me, Sally. How do you do it?
I just didn't die.
Yeah.
My main thing was beginning of the race. I kind of wanted to just use it to get more practice laps in, and then that caution came out to get the stage, and I was able to
where
just
everybody
instead of everyone
pile
who
drove
wrecked
my
me.
ass. It ain't hard to get spots saying it, Sal, when 5 people are pile driving Tegan's ass. and not in the way that he enjoys, by the way.
Yeah, but then I think after the stage, I finally felt comfortable enough to actually go race and was able to get that.
Yeah, in that caution that I thought was a caution, and nobody actually called, I killed you by accident.
You did.
Yeah, because I hit S'mores and it got me loose, and I just murdered Sal. Sal died
I wasn't even like paying attention. I just saw everyone go wide, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna see what we can get out of this. And so I'm minding my own business.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying attention to you. I just see you turn completely right and kill me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was not. And now do you see, like, if you look back, people understand why that was a caution. Nobody ended up saying the word caution.
I didn't watch your stream back because I was in second or in third, and we were gone.
I didn't say anything because I think technically I was the only one to like spin around and everything.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, I'm okay, just screw myself, and I guess I'll just hope for something else to happen.
But that was all a domino effect from about people hitting S'mores, who was basically stopped on the track. Like 2 or 3 people hit him, and then it gets into you. Tegan's wrecked on the other part of the track. I don't know how you ended up.
And still come out 7th.
Yeah,
wrecked, so
because there were so many people slamming into each other. That's why I thought it was like established it was a caution. And like the next lap, you can hear on my stream, I'm like, Incog, why are you passing me? That was like fully under the impression it was a caution.
Same effort should have said, because you slow, bitch.
And I passed him back, and I was like, what the hell? Why didn't he let me go? Like, it's under yellow, dude. And then I'm like, wait a minute. We did a whole other lap round. I'm like, fuck, they're not slowing down. I was like, whoa, that wasn't a caution.
Tegan had a really good line when after his wreck during that time.
Yeah. He was mad at me, I think, for a little bit. But it was okay. Were you?
A little bit, yes.
He had nose damage. So. He had nose damage. He's like, all right, fuck you guys. It's payback time.
Yeah, the thing, it was unfortunate because like Harris moved down, so I kind of went in the middle between him, and I just wanted to have I did that so I had clear braking zone. And Spencer took it pretty cautiously and went up into me as I was trying to make. It
also looked like it sent Harris down with him, and Harris was confused.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in front of me with Harris. I don't know why he went down. I don't know if Spencer got a bad restart or something.
It looked like he took it easy because I was in third, and all of a sudden I see him slow up because I had a really good restart.
Yeah, that slowed him down, and so I was worried. I just wanted to be nobody in front of me, nobody behind me going into the corner, just so, because anytime that it had been like that, it hadn't really worked out well. And as much as I like all of you, everybody in the league, I can't trust any of you behind me going into turn 1 at Watkins Glen. I can't trust anybody. I could have been hit by anybody in the field, and it's just so tough with the restarts and people, because the braking zone on a restart is a little bit different than it is on a speed. Yeah, because you're a bit slower, so you can kind of brake later, but some guys don't. Some guys do, and I just ended up braking where I brake every time because I knew kind of that's where everybody was braking anyway. But that did not work a few times, so it was a wild race for sure. But Bradley gets his first win of the year, so that was good for him.
Probably going to get 2 more. Fucker.
He definitely could get 1 more, I'll say, next Sunday. We are off midweek on Wednesday this week. It's a very selfish off week. Tegan asked me, do you want it off? I said, yeah, sure. We'll take it off.
Well, we do try to take 1 week off a month for midweek, so to spread it out.
Why are we off? I mean, nothing's happening.
No.
I know, nothing important, right?
Nothing's happening on Wednesday.
No.
Nothing good anyway.
Say, but yeah, might not end well. But isn't that how that goes most of the time? So yeah,
it's Michael's coming out party, guys.
No.
Oh,
now it's all flat. Now it's all flat.
Stop. It is not that. I am straight.
All right. I am not. I'm straight. Okay.
Straight to loose term, and so is Michael.
All right. You're an idiot. You're such a doofus, man. I'm turning 21 on Wednesday. Hooray.
Big whoop.
Like as straight as this.
What's that?
You're as straight as this.
Oh, that's ridiculous, man. That's insane. I'm straight, you know. Just stupid, man. Tegan is toxic. He called me cupcake earlier.
Why are you so fucking ashamed?
He called me cupcake earlier.
This league was built on diversity. Just come on.
This league was built by gay people. I'm not joking.
I didn't say that, but whatever. I didn't say that.
And I have no problem with that. If you're, you know, wherever your swings, then I hope you enjoy it.
Make sure it swings Mike's way because he'll enjoy it.
That's not, you gotta. All right.
Why are you getting red there, big boy?
Because this is dumb. This is really, I'm not red, I'm white.
Term. Big boy's a good term.
Oh, don't big boy me. You wouldn't know, all right? This is getting ridiculous. This is so stupid.
This dude's got a private Snapchat, guys. He only lets it out for the few league guys.
Definitely, yeah.
And I'm proud to be one of them.
Hey!
$10 a month. $10 a month.
Hey,
$10
I ain't ashamed to pay for it. I don't give a fuck.
Really?
I'm getting it.
There we go. How about that? Yeah. Tegan's heterophobic.
That's why I like Mike so much. I hate everybody else but Mike.
Right.
So, and a few other people. Shh, I'm keeping their secret though. Not Mike's. Fuck him.
You and Sal. You guys are a love story down there.
That's okay. We're trying to get it and make it a three-way. We want to become a throuple, and we're inviting you, Mike.
I'm not. I'm fine. I'm okay.
I don't think.
No
you
thanks.
Are.
No thanks. Lonely. Why don't you ask Giggles?
One is a lonely number, but three is a fucking good time.
How about you ask this guy? How about you ask him? Look at him. How about you ask him?
I've had his ass, and it's loose as goof shit. I don't want him no more.
Goof shit is crazy.
What about Harris?
Harris is still in the basement. Shut up! Nobody said your name.
Oh,
that ain't your name anymore, bitch. It's Daquan.
All right, that's it. We're done. This is it. I hope everybody has a great week. It was a lot of fun. Miss Maddie.
This way, they're a little bit thicker.
That's all right. Okay. And bye.